So, chapter 9, leadership, is the first chapter under the module of leading and is, of course, chapter 9 of our POM course. Acha, this has to be made clear that the third module of planning, or the third function of the process of management, is called as leading as well as influencing. So, sometimes I may refer to it by the name of influencing rather than leading. The topics that are going to be covered are what influencing module is, what influencing function of management is, what leadership is, then what's the basic difference between being a leader and a manager. What are the two approaches to leadership, that is trait and situational approach, and the comparison and contrast between them. Then the leadership trends or leadership styles in today's times, which include level 5, servant and authentic leadership. Then there is another leadership style by the name of interactive leadership, which is associated with women, that we are going to discuss in the chapter. And lastly, charismatic and transformational leadership styles and the difference between the two. So, influencing is the process of guiding the activities of organization members in appropriate directions. अच्छा, appropriate directions से क्या मुराद है? They are, of course, the ones that lead to the attainment of organizational objectives or of management system objectives. Going deeper into the meaning of influencing, influencing जो फंक्शन है वो फोकस करता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मेंबर्स पे एज पीपल, and it deals with such issues as morale. Influencing is much about boosting the morale of employees of a group of people who are under a specific leader. Then it's about arbitration of conflicts, resolution of conflicts, and arriving at a point where consent is sought from all the parties and everybody is happy with the decision taken. Then the development of good working relationships. I mean, there has to be maintained harmony, cooperation, and unity among different members of the organization. That's what influencing is about. It is a critical part of a manager's job, influencing. And in fact, the ability to influence others is a primary determinant of how successful a manager will be. Influencing का खुद एक सब सिस्टम है विद इन द मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, और इसके अंदर इफ वी डिड्यूस देयर आर 6 प्राइमरी एक्टिविटीज. इन्फ्लुएंसिंग जो मॉड्यूल है उसके अंदर वी हैव लीडिंग, we have motivating, we have grouping or considering groups, then we have communicating, encouraging creativity and innovation, and building corporate culture. All these fall under the module of influencing, but we as part of this course are only going to cover leading, motivating, and grouping. Moving further, इन मोस्ट सिचुएशंस जो एक टीम होती है या मिलिट्री यूनिट होता है, डिपार्टमेंट होता है या वॉलंटियर ग्रुप, उसके बारे में ये कहा जाता है कि वो उतना ही अच्छा होता है जितना उनका लीडर अच्छा होता है. Yet there are as many variations among leaders as there are among other individuals, and of course there are many different styles of leadership, और वो सारे styles more or less effective हो सकते हैं. I mean, we cannot say that one leadership style is more effective than the other. So, what does it mean to be a leader? Among all the ideas and writings about leadership, there are 3 aspects that stand out: people, influence, and goals. So, this has to be taken note of कि leadership के अंदर 3 important elements आते हैं while we are defining or while we are understanding leading or leadership: people, influence, and goals. Because leadership occurs among people, of course, and it involves the use of influence, and it is used to attain goals. Influence, जैसा कि हमने previous slide में cover किया, that it means that the relationship among people is not passive. Okay, it's active, and moreover, influence is designed to achieve some end or goal. Thus, leadership can be defined as the ability to influence people toward the attainment of goals. This definition captures the idea that leaders are involved with other people in the achievement of goals, and leadership is reciprocal, occurring among people. Okay, so uh, it's not only about the leader giving to his people, the people also have to give back to the leader. So, leadership is a people's activity, and it is distinct from administrative paperwork or problem solving activities. And another thing is that there are various organizations that are experimenting with bosslessness nowadays. But every team and organization needs leadership, because being a leader can be more powerful than being a boss. अगर आप अपने एम्प्लॉयज को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से लीड कर रहे हैं, and you're motivating them, and you're communicating well with them, you're empowering them, but you're not being their boss all the time. So it's like they are being given the liberty to decide on their own tasks, and they are evaluating themselves, self evaluation, and they are not having check and balance every now and then. So usse ye hota hai ki employees become more creative, and they become more motivated, and because there is not a boss among them, it's bossless in a greater sense, but still it's not leaderless. Leader मौजूद है, but abstract form में मौजूद है. उसने अपने जो qualities हैं, अपनी जो abilities और traits हैं, वो transfer किए हैं अपने लोगों में, but physically he is not there to have a look on his people. So that's the best strategy that can be adopted nowadays.